Watch who?
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to Watch Who, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Mark.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm a Doctor Who fan.
And I'm new to watching Who.
Watching for the very first time.
Very first time.
And you join us. We are continuing our watch through all of Doctor Who and the worlds of Doctor Who. So we are almost at the end of Torchwood. You might be pleased to know.
I am pleased to know. No, actually, but I did enjoy this one. So, and I feel like it's going on like a trajectory back up. So actually, although I'm ready to finish Torchwood because generally I feel like, yeah, do you know what? I feel like I need a break from this and get back to something that I know. At least I'm ending on a more positive, I feel.
Yeah. Well, you've got to know the characters a bit more now and what the series is like. It takes a bit of time. So it's combat this week. But just before, I was just going to say, what have we got to update everybody? Well, by the time this goes out, the War Between the Land and the Sea would have just come out. So I hope everybody's enjoyed it. We don't know yet. It's a couple of weeks away for us.
I'm going to see it early.
And you would have seen it a couple of weeks ago already by this point, everybody.
Yeah.
So you've got to I think you should do a Gallifrey gossip on that and
I will.
some stuff when you're out and about and we'll have a chat. So hopefully that would have been out by now. I don't have many other updates really, only that. So I'm recording from Chelmsford at the moment and tomorrow at lunchtime I might go for a little walk and go past
Oh my God.
you know whose house.
Oh, Mark.
But I won't do anything. I'm just going to happen to just go down to the shop, just have a look, and if I just go past, I can just see what's going on. And if I bump into someone that I lent a video to years ago...
Is this why you're home?
No. I just thought it's a good opportunity.
Sure.
So I'll let you
That's
know
what the police report will say as well. This guy's actively trying to avoid you and he's like, and he turned up outside my house.
So I'll let you know if there's any updates that come from that, but probably not. People want the file kept open. It's
I'm sure they do. Mark, I want it kept open. I just don't want you to end up in prison. That's all. Like, it's just, pretty simple, really.
Maybe one can't happen without the other. You don't know. Oh dear. Anyway, well, speaking of crime, combat this week. That's a good segue into today's episode.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, actually, I hadn't watched this for a long time. In my mind, it was at that point of the series where, it's those sort of filler ones just before the end. I didn't really think anything of it at all. And I was very pleasantly surprised. Actually, my first surprise was the recap. We had Diane from last week.
Yeah.
And we go into following up from that, which I'd completely forgotten about that.
Yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about it, actually. Because it starts so, action, they're in it. And then when she comes up, I was like, oh, God, yeah, that was literally last week. They feel like different worlds.
So it's a lot of Owen in this. So my first impression, so we've got a lot of Owen and his pining after Diane and the fallout from that.
His emo phase, yeah.
His emo. We've got some Rhys and Gwen and what's going on there.
Gwen's the most annoying in this. This is like peak annoying Gwen, to be honest.
Yes, yeah, there's a lot to talk about with her. And then we've got this whole Fight Club thing as well. So this is basically Torchwood, the toxic masculinity episode with all of that going on, isn't it?
Way ahead of its time.
Where do you want to start? Who should we talk about first?
Well, I think actually I want to talk about, I've forgotten the monster's name.
It's the Weevils as well. The Weevils, yeah.
So the Weevils, I mean, they are introduced literally in that first episode. They're the monster that we meet in the first episode. And they're just sort of there, but we have no real interaction with them until now. They're always just in the cellar.
Yeah, so I think in that first episode, it was sort of explained that this race, maybe more than others, they're like sort of the rats of the rift. So they're like the things that come through the rift all the time, and nobody really knows about them. We don't get any background. We just say they just come through all the time, and it seems like everyone's used to them just falling through all the time from wherever they come from.
I think the first thing I want to talk is them, because it was really nice to have them as a story. We've had them pretty much the whole way through. They're almost like another character in a way. They're as much there as Yanto.
More probably.
The moments just watching that costume is fantastic. It just reminded me how brilliant that costume is for them.
I mean, it's a sort of silky boiler suit thing, isn't it?
But I think the face.
Oh right, sorry.
I meant more the face costume, not the body.
No, because we did mention that the outfit. I was thinking, it's just a boiler suit, but it's great. Yeah, no,
it is great.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's really simple yet effective. It's definitely one of the more effective monsters. Consider we don't have a huge number of monsters in Torchwood.
We haven't, have we? Or they've been CGI or something like that.
Yeah, we've had like sex dust and fairies, and they've been more like...
And the one with Tosh as well, they were all CGI, yeah.
So we've not really had monsters in that way. And it's just brilliant. It's just such an effective concept that works so well. And also what I really liked about this, I mean, again, we see them, they've been there the whole time, but just, I guess, the sympathy of them and getting to because Torchwood isn't really a place of sympathy. It's not like the Doctor and Doctor Who, where the Doctor talks about life. Like, that's not why they exist. I mean, they keep him in a cell. They look after it and feed it and stuff. They're not cruel to it. They're not cruel to them. There's no trying to make it, there's no change there. The Doctor would try and get it back to its home planet.
Yeah, well, I suppose they don't have the means to do that. But also, this brought up questions for me because, yeah, we've had those few we've seen and they capture them and put them in. But then what happens? When I was watching in the cell, I was thinking, well, what do they do now? Do they just keep them there? How many have they had? Because otherwise the cells will be full of them. What happened? We don't actually know what they do with them or...
That scene when it's wailing is really effective. Because it's because Jack he sympathizes with it. You sort of sense that they all have they sympathize with the creature. They all do. They're not cruel people. That's the difference between... I don't think they're cruel.
Well, there is that moment. So, yeah, okay, so Jack sort of finds out they've got telepathic abilities, so he sort of connects with them. But then later on, Tosh is like, well, we wouldn't let a person go into that danger. And then Jack shoots it at the end anyway. Because
also they're dangerous. I guess it is a weird... And he didn't kill it.
Well, no, he did. Oh no, he didn't,
because it was in the cell, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry. In my mind,
he
doesn't
shot
kill
it
dead. Yeah.
No. So,
But, also, they all shot down Lisa. They had no problem with that.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I mean. It's a weird it's a different mentality. I don't think they're intentionally cruel. Their purpose is different there. But also, I think it brings up... it brings up the things like you say, like what Tosh said, well, we wouldn't send a human into that. Why we send it in? They do live with these things, in a sense. They've had some of them for a long time, maybe longer,
I need to look up a bit more. I'm sure someone's written the history of the Weevils at some point, and they've got a whole backstory of where they came from.
I'm sure they do.
Stuff. But it's good to have that regular thing that you recognise, because everything's so different every week. Apart from our characters, it could be anything and everything that comes through the rift. That's our sort of regular iconography of Torchwood, isn't it? The Weevils.
Yeah.
So, and they can always
they look great. And I mean, I'm going to really jump here, but right to the very end with Owen.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously he got struck by the Weevil. What do you think has happened? What do you think that was at the end?
What, when he's in the cage with it? or
No, the
when he,
very, very
I
end.
don't know. I think he's just moody about Diane. I think that's all it is. I think it's just very over the top, all about Diane, and he's just really upset about it. Which out of
What,
all the things,
when he goes down to the cell to see the Weevils?
yeah, I think it's
See,
just
I think that because it did get him, didn't it? I think that he's got a bit of that DNA in him, and that's why he was able to make that.
well when he's in the cage, he was trying to telepathically give it a message. That's why there was no fight straight away, because he was being like, I thought he was telling it like, I'm not going to hurt you, calm down. And then when Jack came in, that disturbed it all, and that's why he got attacked. But if Jack hadn't have come in, he would have communicated with it, and because he knew what to do.
I wondered whether that Weevil, because that was the one from the cell.
Yes, so it knows him.
So I wondered whether they didn't attack him because it knows him. So it was more of a, like, it knows him as in, like, it's seen him for a while. So its instinct wasn't necessarily to, like, whereas anyone else, their prod and prog, it's like, attack. Whereas for him, he goes in and he's like, oh, it's you. And he's just trying to work out, like, again, it's just a creature, isn't it? But, like, what are you doing in here? What are you going to do? And he's just stood there. He's not doing anything. And I don't think he's giving anything, because and then he stands there and closes his eyes, doesn't he? And like, give up.
I thought it was close eyes as in communicate with it telepathically.
No, I think because then he says at the end, like, I think he'd given up.
Yeah, but he given up just because he's upset about Diane.
Yeah.
Which is just ridiculous. And she was in Cardiff Bay for like 2 hours with him.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a pathetic story, but I think that storyline was about because initially, like, I had questions, and then I've thought about it a bit more. I think the storyline is around toxic masculinity, for sure. Like, this idea, which is still prevalent today. It's not toxic, it's about this idea for men, and I'm saying this as a woman. So, but this idea of men feeling insignificant in society and feeling like they've been let down. I mean, ultimately, he told Diane that he loved her and she left.
Yeah.
That is what happened, right? So regardless, he put himself out there on the line, which is completely out of his area, his comfort zone, everything. And she just left. That is what happened. So I don't even think it's even like a heartbreak thing for him. It's also a sense of pride. It's a sense of like, for a character like him, doesn't really engage with his emotions and feelings, and then is like thrown down by it, just doesn't know what to do with it. So he's just initially shutting off from Torchwood. He's not talking to anyone. He's shutting out. He's not talking to anyone. He's not going to work, he's not even answering his phone, right? And once over, that girl chatting him up at the bar, he'd have had a great time. He's not even engaging in anything, right? He's like shut off. He's depressed. He's going through his emo stage, as we're calling it, but he's depressed. And then he ends up having to do stuff. He meets this guy. This guy, they're all in some sort of like weird toxic. They're sort of getting a thrill from being men.
Well, I mean, I've not seen Fight Club, but I think this is the plot of Fight Club. Isn't it? Isn't this what happens? I think. I've never seen it, but that's what I get, the same vibe of what it is.
Yeah. I think it's just people that like want to prove that they're in the same reason that why do people carry knives? Why do people do these things? Like, it makes them feel safe and confident. And
well, because the guy says to him when they first go into the coal exchange near you.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely. Do you know what, we were watching it, right? Like, we're like, that's the NCP in town. No, wait, that's literally around here.
Well, when they walked in and the Fight Club was literally, I was going to message you and be like, did you know this was happening around the corner from you?
Do you know what's even funnier? Where they go in, like the bit that they're like, oh, like, we're going in. Do you remember? It was like 1 a.m. and I was out there because there was a kitten under a car. I've told you this story.
Oh, I don't know if I remember that.
Yeah. So there was a kitten, like, it's like, I don't know, I was walking home from work. It was like 1 a.m. and there's this teeny tiny kitten, like black kitten. It must have been about like 12 weeks old. It was tiny, just bigger than my hand, tiny thing. And it was just around out on the streets here. So it had obviously been born out on the streets. It was obviously a street cat. So I was like, oh, just try and forget about it. And I was like, oh, I can't. I want to make sure it's at least fed. I'm not going to be able to get the thing in because it was like scared of everything, but I thought I want to at least make sure it's fed. I came out with some of Mabel's wet food and like put it out on the road, like, because it was 1 in the morning, there's no cars around here, and it like gobbled it up. So I was like, oh, it's really hungry. So then it was so scared, but then it was really scared of me. So it like ran like down the road. So I went down. So down the road around here is basically where, I was going to say it was the other side of where they shot, the London scene.
Oh, and Rise the Cybermen.
Yeah. It's the flip side of that building, right? It's near there, but the other bit. So it's around that area. So I'm round there, right? And this cat goes under this car. So I'm like under, like going, come on, come out, like trying to feed, like, come on, give you some more food. And then out of nowhere, out of this building, which is that building, one of those doors, one of those fire exit doors, like 15 men come out. It's about 1:30 in the morning. And like 15 men come out and get into these cars. And I'm like stood there like some absolute weirdo with a packet of cat food at 1:30 in the morning. And I'm like, there's a cat under your car. I didn't really know what to say. I was like, there's a cat under your car. And they were like, right. And I was like, no, there is. Like, so they turned the cars on and the cat just like scampered. And I was like, but it was so tiny and black. No one would have seen this thing. But I was like, at least it's not under the car. And then they drove off. And I just looked like this maniac woman at 1:30 in the morning with a packet of cat food out on the street.
So when Owen and the guys in the fight club are coming out of there, there's you outside with the cat.
I've seen men come out of there like
You've
1:30
seen
in
it?
the morning. Yes.
Oh my God, there weren't any weevils, were there? There wasn't anyone with like a bag over their head or something, was
Not
there?
on this occasion, no.
Oh my God, I can't believe you've been there. You've lived it.
So, yeah, it did sort of make me laugh because I was like, I know, that's why I've been there at 1:30 in the morning.
You know when they're walking through the corridors to it, is that all actually the coal exchange as well?
That's all the coal exchange. That's what it used to look like before. It's all been done up since. I mean, let's be honest, so actually it's not that different. Actually, it's worse because if you look at the back of it, there's no roof.
Right, okay, because it looked like, I was like, have they made it look like it's sort of a building site or was it actually a building site?
No, it was sort of like a mix of in between. The main hall bit is the main hall bit. And then the corridor bits, a lot of it was like you couldn't go, it had no access bits. And there were bits that didn't have power and stuff. Like it was in a proper bad way. They'll have just stuck up some lights. But there were some really old rooms in there.
I liked how you've got all the crowd on the balcony like cheering down. But then when it's obviously filmed with just Owen and the Mark guy down there, there's no crowd up there. They just put sound effects over the top. Obviously, There's no other crowd around. They just need the few actors on the floor, and then they can get the extras all in for like a day of cheering, and then cut between them with the sound effects. It was a little bit obvious, but anyway. So yeah, it is like all those people that are like, oh, society is not. Oh, they're not getting what they want out of society, so they're turning to this.
They're turning to find some sort of fulfillment somewhere else, be it watching, and it's not just wrestling though, is it? Because the point is that they can watch wrestling, but they can take part in it and potentially die. It's a thrill.
Because we get that dead guy, don't we? At the they find in the warehouse. But
also, what's interesting is they said, well, what happened to that guy that's dead? And he's like, well, he just decided to give up, and that's an interesting idea. And I think that's the moment I do think Owen does sort of decide to give up. I think he's just really depressed. I don't think it's necessarily I think it is just he put himself, it's not necessarily because even like Gwen tries to talk, well, we'll talk about Gwen separate. She's useless in this. She's just Gwen. It's like the worst Gwening ever. It's very much, he's just burning every bridge. He's really trying to, and he's trying. He's not even trying to do anything about it.
But also, like with Tosh and maybe Yanto as well, Jack's like right at the end, well, see you at work tomorrow. That's his answer to everything, to all of them. They had this really bad time, and he's like, see you at work.
Yeah, he really. Part of me. Well, actually, we did joke about this, because James said, "Oh, that's the American working attitude." We did have a joke about that. I do wonder as well whether a little bit of it is it's kind of like the best thing for him, because what if the alternative is he was so depressed he wanted to kill himself. He can't be by himself, so he might as well throw himself into work. He can't be like, okay, do you know what? You're really down and I'm going to give you some time off, because he just tried to kill himself. He hasn't really got any friends because none of them have any friends. That's kind of the problem. They don't have anything outside of work.
And that's where
They have no life.
the Gwen stuff comes in, because Jack's like, try and have a life, because none of them, the others do.
None of them have a life. What's he gonna do? He can't like go home and like, oh, go to your wife. He ain't got anything. He has no life. So it's kind of the best thing you can give him is the routine and stability of work and being around people. Maybe also knowing his character a bit and knowing that he just thrive from that. He just needs to get back into it.
It also highlights how well this series has been planned out, because the way that the arc goes and these stories go, you can't really switch them around. You know, say if they decided to transmit them in a different order, it wouldn't make sense. So it does fit really well following on from last week. You think that's like an isolated story, which it sort of is, but then the stuff that's brought over is actually quite important for this episode. Because if Diana wasn't there, none of this would have happened.
Yeah. I think generally this is a really well planned out series. Full stop so far. Everything's sort of had a place. The characters have built as we've got to know them. Also, things that have happened haven't really been left. Things have sort of tied over, even if it's only a little bit, but things have moved over.
Yeah, well, you think they've forgotten because it's like a couple of weeks and they'll come back again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, Lisa and Yanto mentioning Lisa, and it's been like 3 weeks, and you're like, yeah, that's quite nice and useful.
Just while we're talking still with Owen and his undercover stuff, let's just go over that, because I love it when they go undercover and stuff. It's quite fun. Tosh and her amazing Jelly Deals website. And okay, when you saw the video, I was like, did they get Owen? Did she film him? Or is this Torchwood having like AI? About 10 years
this is Torchwood
early.
having AI, yes, for sure.
Is that an AI video of him and his crew?
That is 100% an AI video. Yeah.
She's great at AI. That looked very real that he's there.
Yeah.
It's so clever.
No, that is definitely an AI video. There's no way they were like, do you know what, as a backstory, we're just going to have a day where we all go out filming things and you're going to do jelly deals just in case we ever need it. No. But I love the idea that they have the technology to be able to create the AI for it. I mean, they can do all that other stuff. Of course it's AI.
Like, that's Tosh at her best, like working all of that out and being so happy that she's like, it was a great website. It looked great.
Yeah. I mean, got seen through straight away, but I love that he called and like Tosh answered the phone. Like,
yeah. And she thought all of that out and stuff. I really like that. I was trying to work out where they filmed that estate agents bit. It looked like, I don't know, part of the university or something, but I don't know, maybe it was down the docks, near the docks, but...
Oh, there's a few things I was trying to work out. You know the flat, his flat?
Oh, the guy's flat, yeah. I don't think that's on the locations website.
No, it's not. I was trying to work it out from the windows.
Because the bar that they go to, when I first saw it, I was like, well, it's not Ladies' Night of Fat Cats anymore. But no, it was Tiger.
Yeah. It's upstairs, yeah.
Which I think they've used before. I think we've seen it before, haven't we?
Well, it's gone now, it's Tiger.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
A lot of those bars have gone.
Yeah.
And then his flat had really unusual windows that I was trying to work out. That reminded me of the gate.
I mean, it was very chrome. It's very sort of 90s, I felt, like minimalist. But
it had
90s.
like church windows.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really notice that. I noticed like the metal staircase thing.
Yeah, it had it was all white, right? Really like white metal staircase, and then it had church windows.
It wasn't Norwegian church, was it?
I don't know,
like
maybe.
A room in that.
It could have been. I don't know. I just couldn't work out where it was. I was trying to work out if it was like tram shed or something before it got redone. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really look like a home, like a house, does it?
No,
but then I suppose as well that shows the similarities to Owen and his office flat, and how they're similar people in that they don't.
Oh yeah, I could not work out where that was.
Well, if anybody knows where the flat is in combat. Let us know.
Yeah, because I was trying to work out like whether it was just a studio one, but it's so specific. Like it's those windows. If you look at some pictures, go back and look at that episode. The windows are church windows,
I will have to go back. I'll take some screen grabs and.
but everything else about it is like brilliant white.
So yeah, it's a shame that it's not on the. If it's not on the locations website, then it must be a really difficult one to find because they're usually quite good, aren't they, at finding that stuff.
What's it called again? This episode?
Combat. Or should we go on to talk about Rhys and Gwen then? So good to see Rhys.
Yeah, I was really happy to see Rhys. Really good episode for Rhys, actually. It felt like it was coming to a point. It felt like everything that was like... I kind of felt all of his frustrations.
Well, he was really annoyed because Gwen is putting Torchwood first all the time.
Well, he doesn't know what Torchwood is. He's just seeing like work and he's seen her being distant. They've gone out for a meal and she's not even like looking at him and talking to him. Do you know what I mean? Like he's just frustrated.
But then also within the conversations with Owen, it sounds like the Owen thing has been carrying on this whole time as well, which I didn't realise. And so that's still because she's a bit like, oh, Diane. Again, that she's impact that she has. But then when Rhys shouted at her as well, that's, again, it's clever, isn't it? Because there's sort of layers to show within the life.
That shouting...
Because actually...
but actually, I think he was just so frustrated.
I get it
He just wanted a reaction.
But then also...
I think he just wanted her to do something and feel something. Because I don't think any of that he's such like a simple character in a way. I don't think he's a bad character. I think he just wanted her to react and do something and care. It's because he cares.
But then that's Rhys's frustration, and it works quite well because then you could see actually he could end up being in that gang with those guys. You can see that because they could have all been in that same position as Rhys and then gone over. Done that. So
I got more annoyed when she was like, "Don't talk to me like that." And don't get me wrong, I understood that side of it for her, but equally I was kind of thinking, I don't know, if that was me, I'd have been more like, why is he talking to me like that? Like,
she's not looking at herself as the problem. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have been like, whoa. I'd have been like, why are you shouting? And asking that rather than like, don't talk to me like that. Don't you ever talk to me like that. You know, I'd have been like, why are you shouting? And then, you know, so he can explain why he's shouting. But her reaction was like, don't you ever talk to me like that. And I kind of thought, he just wants a reaction. He wants something from her. I think that's all it was. It was just sort of which is why later he just doesn't feel like he's just sort of, doesn't even want to listen to her messages. I don't blame him.
Only disappointment bit. Okay, so she has the bit and she drugs him and everything.
Oh,
which is honestly, just so bad. But that's the last we see of him in this episode. We don't get a fun. So I thought we could have a bit more or him waking up.
There were two things. Right, Mark, right.
Oh,
Let's just get this out now. So she sits there. It's just so selfish. She sits there. She tells him, right, I've been sleeping. It's all to relieve her own conscience. The only reason she's telling him is because she knows that he's done with her and that's done. And so it's made her realise, oh my God, what have I been doing? If Owen was still interested, and she would not be telling him.
Yeah, because it's after she found out about Diane. It all comes back to Diane.
It's back to Diane. She would not be telling him at all. She wouldn't even be thinking about it. She'd just be like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm bored. It's only because suddenly he's turned around and gone, well, you're not all what you think you are. And it's making her think, oh, maybe I've just been a bit of an idiot. He's a bit of a tosser. That's the only reason that she's now telling him, for no other reason. But rather than like face the fact and face the music and deal with it, she's drugged the guy badly, right, who's then passed out. And then, this is a bit that I do not get, buys 2 pizzas and goes back to Torchwood. Like, what was she planning to do? Can you imagine? I can't imagine that I've been cheating on my partner for like months to then go, look, actually, I've been sleeping with this guy from work. And I'm only telling you because I've drugged you, so you're not going to remember me telling you. But just tell me you forgive me. Just tell me you forgive me. What? Oh, he's passed out. Oh, God, he's out. Right, what am I doing now? I'll go and get 2 pizzas and go back to work. I don't know what that thought process was, that she turns back up at Torchwood with 2 bloody pizzas and sits there and thinks like, I know what I'll do. I'll go back to work. And then she's like, well, where are they all? And I'm thinking, they're out working, love. What do you think's going on? Honestly. And then she sat there eating that pizza crying. Now, we've all been there. I want to see it on the sofa. I want to see her on the sofa eating a pizza with Rhys passed out. And she's like, here's my actions. Like, I don't know what to do. I've ordered a pizza. And Rhys is passed out and it's all there around her. Right? That's what I want to see. I want to see Gwen on a sofa crying. But obviously we can't do that because then we need to find the phone. But it was the fact that she was back at Torchwood. I was like, why would you be going back to Torchwood?
Is that to show that that's her life now, so that's why she's going back to Torchwood like they all do, because she's now too far in there.
Yeah, and also, it kind of showed, like, the one thing Jack asked her to do when taking the job, she didn't do. She went and slept with Owen and didn't even do that one thing. Keep your personal life going. Didn't even do it.
She didn't do much in that episode, did she? This was actually quite a good episode. This is the first one where they've all had sort of like an equal bit to do. They're all involved. They all got something to do.
No, did not, Mark. What are you on about?
They all had something to do.
Not massive. What, you're saying equally? You're saying Tosh had an equal amount to do as Owen?
She had more than... It wasn't like, okay, he was the focus, but everybody else had a...
What about Yanto? What did Yanto's equal?
He went to the hospital with Jack.
Mark,
and he did something else as well. He was on the phone. He was with them. They were all out and about. But I quite like this was the first time that they've all been out and nobody's been left, well, apart from Gwen, like behind. They left it all unattended.
Yeah, I like that.
But then also by this point, because she's on the computer looking up the stuff, they've all done each other's jobs at least once now.
Yes, that's true.
Which shows they are quite interchangeable. But no, she was the most useless. But I liked that.
Oh, she honestly, nothing. When she turned up there with those 2 pizzas, I was like, what is she doing? Like, what is she doing? It pissed me off royally. And I got it because I was like, we have to see. She's there because that phone's going to go off and they need, like, I get that. And then it has to bring her into the story. I kind of enjoyed her not being in the story. I enjoyed that her element was like, her destructing her life.
Is that the last we saw of her with the pizza? She didn't help out at the end. Oh no, she did come and help out.
Yeah, she was at the end because she helps get him out.
The postcode and stuff, yeah.
They go and pick her up.
But then we don't see anything. I was just waiting for more. I was waiting for Rhys to wake up the next morning and be like, oh, what happened? I feel like it feels like there was a deleted scene or they just ran out of time for that. So I think we should have had something else,
unless
but we'll
it's
see.
In the next one.
We'll see, because it feels like, we are heading towards the end of the last 2 episodes, so we'll see how that goes. But I just had a bit of everything in this one. It surprised me a lot.
It was a really good story. I really enjoyed this one. There was a lot to keep you going. I enjoyed like the humanity of it, the mystery of it, the development with the characters. It was a really good story.
I mean, and it was written by Noel Clarke, but we won't mention that again. Like, out of all the writers this season,
this has been probably
it was actually quite good. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say this and the thingy one, the Brecon Beacons one.
Yeah.
Probably the strongest.
Because it wasn't like sort of gruesome stuff in there. I mean, there was a bit of blood and stuff, but it wasn't anything. And again, it wasn't really sci-fi, apart from the Weevils. It was all human stuff going on. But all of those guys that are coming out the balcony watching you with the kitten later on, are any of them asking, like, why is there an alien here, or what is this creature?
But they all know, don't they? They know, like, they've already decided to come and, like, that's the whole point, isn't it?
I suppose. But what do they do afterwards? They just go, Jack just is like, leave, don't come back. And they're like, okay. They could have all been overpowered by all of those people.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I don't really feel it actually solved it because, all right, do you know what? It stopped it, but who started it? Is that man responsible for it?
Yeah, he was a leader because then he gets eaten up, doesn't he, at the end?
Yeah, but you know when they said, like, you know when they got that phone call being like, don't investigate
No,
it?
that was him, because I think because he was the estate agent, so they were only going to places that he owned as the
Right.
estate agent, so it was all
So,
him.
but who are the people driving the van? Because he wasn't...
They just worked for him, I suppose.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it was him. I think it's all stopped when he got eaten.
Fine, I'll allow it.
No plot holes here.
Mark will not have it. No plot holes here.
Well, going on, I mean, it's 2 episodes left, and it's sort of a 2-part. They do carry on, so we're doing them as 1 episode next time. So we'll be watching 2 back to back. But I think you'll really like where it's going, and we've had some hints. Actually, I'm going to say, because it was mentioned in here, the Mark guy said there's something in the darkness coming. Who else said that? Susie kept saying that she's seen something in the darkness. There's been a few throughout this whole season about something in the dark is on its way. So I've noticed that a few. I didn't realise it was mentioned so much actually throughout the season. But if you go back, you're not every week, but nearly every week there's something. There's a hint. That's our sort of story arc word for this season. So we shall see what happens. And the episode is called next week, Captain Jack Harkness.
Yeah, which I did see a little bit of the next episode and was like, oh, okay. As in, like, not the next episode, as in, like, you know, the
little preview. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's, yeah, it's really good. I think you'll like it. Actually, it might be the Corn Exchange again, you know, thinking about it. I think they're in the Corn Exchange again, redressed for a different time.
Yeah.
I think it pretty much is. But yeah, okay. Well, we'll leave it there then. In the meantime, everybody, hope you're also enjoying Torchwood, and you can follow us on social media at 2watchwho and at patreon.com/2watchwho. You can support us there regularly. Send us like a one-off thing. I don't know what they call it. It's not a coffee, is it? It's just a one-off mead, we've called it, I think. Or just give us a review on Apple iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
That'd be nice. I like
if
seeing
they're
them.
nice, obviously. Don't leave us a bad one, because that would be sad.
Not like that man that listened to Curse of Fenric. Anyway, we'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
To Watch Who.